Hello everybody and welcome back to World of Warships Blitz, and today we are in the Tier 7 Russian or Soviet destroyer, the Leningrad. So the Leningrad is a premium ship. It is a Russian destroyer, and it was quite exciting for a couple of reasons. One is it has longer range torpedoes than your standard Soviet destroyer, which was always a bit of excitement because the standard Soviet destroyer torpedo range is appalling. And it has smoke, and every now and again in the Podvoisky or the Minsk or the Gniezny, I've got myself into a tight spot, and it's like I just wish I had smoke to get me out of there. So I'm quite used to smoke. I have the Pan Asian line, the British Cruise line. I do rely on smoke. I know how to use it. After initially not really understanding how to use it, but now, yeah, when I need smoke, I know how to use it, and I do. So anyway. It's a gunboat, so what we'll do is we'll slow down, and I'm sure he's fired torpedoes in front of my path. And it's all going reverse, and we'll just shoot at him. He's shooting back, but yep, there we go. Fairly predictable. He's a good shot though. That Algeria is turning away. It looks like he's put the turn in fast enough that he's avoided those torpedoes. And this Leon, well, I've got a Bismarck for cover, so I feel brave now. Let's go deal with this Leon with my little pop guns. Yeah, so although the torpedoes are longer range, they aren't long range, right? So it's not like a Japanese boat where I've just fired some torpedoes out there. But the longer range is actually part of the problem that I had with this ship. And you'll see shortly what I mean by that, and when it happens I'll explain what the problem is with a Russian torpedo boat, Russian gunship boat that has slightly longer range torpedoes. So here we are, we're formed up in a fleet. We've got an Algeria and two Bismarcks, led in by myself in the Leningrad. Oops, my detection radius is shrunk right down, so I have a fairly standard build because this is the press account. I have a fairly standard build for me, which is historical camo and the equipment slot for the stealth, for the concealment. So it has a very good detection radius until I decide to open fire, and then obviously, it goes out the window. But it means that I can set myself up now. You can see there I fired my torpedoes. The problems that I had with the Leningrad was that my concentration was off because the torpedoes have enough range that they're potentially usable, and I'm not used to that. So instead of sort of knife fighting it up and just spamming with HE, and in your Gniezny or your Podvoisky or your Minsk, your torpedoes are like an opportunity weapon. You've either got a battleship or a ship that's distracted, and you're coming on the opposite side, and you basically fill it full of torpedoes. Don't really kill it because the torpedoes aren't that powerful, or you just have ended up in the wrong place and you let rip with the torpedoes. Here, I'm actually trying to set up torpedo shots, which is a bit of a strange feeling in a Russian destroyer, and I sort of get myself into actually quite effective gun range for the opponents, because although the torpedoes are longer range, they aren't long range, they are just longer range, if that makes sense. Hopefully I get the kill on this, would be nice, wouldn't it? Oh, no, not really. Okay, then someone else is going to get the kill, honestly. And, nice. Yeah, so it's still got that gunship component to it. So yeah, I did find that the longer range torpedoes, now that's not to say that it's bad, it just means that I'm not used to it. Don't worry, it's like the Lo Yang. The first time I took the Lo Yang out, which was a Tier 8 Pan Asian, I wondered what I'd done by spending 13,000 gold on it in a historical camo. But 5 games later, yeah, no concerns. So, the Leningrad would be a good acquisition. It's a good little ship. But I have the Lo Yang and the Anshan, so maybe this is just the Tier 7 I'm looking for. you know, and from a point of view of a, this almost feels like Pan-Asian, maybe. Maybe it is the successor for the Anshan. It's got the same set of tricks with the acceleration and the smoke. It's got good guns, reasonable torpedoes, so maybe it's maybe the Leningrad is actually maybe, yeah. So I suspect that given my history and what I normally play and what I like to play, it's entirely possible that that this ship actually really suits my style. Took a long time to get to that point, didn't it? Here we go. I've got most of my health too. So anyway, I don't think in the last 15 seconds I'm going to be able to do much. Oh, I could land some shells on that. That little Italian cruiser. So I've activated the smoke screen because, well, it's not like you can save them over for the next game. They don't cost anything. So that is the Leningrad. Good little ship, almost Pan-Asian in feel. There you go, bit of a random thought process to get there, but got there we did. But it takes Russian captains, which I have a few of, to be fair. Yeah, so with a bit more exercise and taking out a bit more, I'd get quite used to that. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching that. As you can see, it is very much a gunboat. That's the typical sort of result for me in a Russian destroyer. Lots of gun hits and no torpedo hits. Lots of fire damage though. Anyway, thanks for watching and we'll catch you next time. Well, actually, we'll go through the stats because it's premium and that's what I do. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it's available in the premium ships in game, so you'll be able to check out its stats yourself. There's its elite ship options, same as for the Minsk, and I chose the same one as the Minsk, which is a Traverse. And then we're going to talk about the historical camo.